Man, so I don't even really know what to say. Firstly, how about that thunderstorm yesterday, eh? Oh my goodness, my room was lighting up with flashes of lightning outside, just bolting down towards the ground here, and my friends were in the Discord call. We were all freaking out because we were all hearing the rain pounding down super hard. The thunder would come over every few seconds, and yeah, we were all kind of collectively freaking out in magnificent fashion over there. But today, we're talking about the Vancouver Canucks, and I wanted to wait until after today's game to make this video. Yes, I'm recording this in the afternoon, May 18, Tuesday, so it's the odd record and immediately upload kind of thing. But really, there's just a lot to talk about over here that is honestly kind of getting me excited, you know? And I'm not talking strictly about the results of the game against the Calgary Flames. By the way, if you hadn't been keeping up, the Canucks end up beating the Flames again. Yeah, I know, it's another win, it's another 2 points. You know what, at the very least, this is a team that actually looked like they were wanting to go out there and get the 2 points, not like the Calgary Flames were. And I apologize right now, but I think somebody's lawnmower is going back outside. Yeah, you know, it's been a while since I've recorded a video in the evening. But the Vancouver Canucks ultimately take the Flames to a 4-2 decision. Travis Hamonic gets himself a goal. Nice little passing play by Grayovac and Hughes at the blue line. Dropped off for Hamonic, who comes streaking in down the left. He shoots it. Boom, baby, over the glove, and what a great goal that was for Travis Hamonic. The guy actually starting to get more offense here towards the end of the year. Speaking about offense, hey, Nils Hoglander has been really good the entire season, and he gets himself a really nice goal on a rebound here off of a Tyler Myers shot at the end of the first. That same Tyler Myers actually gets himself a goal reversed earlier on in the frame, and this one was kind of weird to see how it goes down, but you know what? It is what it is. Tyler Myers gets a second period goal taken away, but it's okay because in the third he comes out with a give-and-go play with Brock and eventually buries one to make it 3-0. Myers, honestly, with a pretty good production line this year. His goal and assist for today put him up to a total of 20 points in 55 games played, which honestly is really close to his production line last year, just a tad better. But I don't know what it is, man. Tyler Myers feels a little bit better this year, in my opinion. And, you know, it's kind of odd because he is still super expensive, so it is kind of tough to get rid of those dark, muddy tinted glasses that everybody has when they look at Myers because of how expensive that contract is. But at the end of the day, you know, he's getting points, which is okay. He's at 20 points in 54 games played, so that's good for him, actually. But either way, we have ourselves a Canucks win here where Brock Boeser ultimately gets the empty net, a backhander assisted by Travis Hamonic, who honestly has been kind of producing as well. They tried to get Edler out there for the empty net, but it didn't really work, and then they just said, okay, screw it, we're just going to take him off. But we had ourselves some other big pieces of news coming out earlier today, and that's kind of why I wanted to wait. I don't even know if I waited long enough to make this video, you know, because we had word from people all over social media talking about what potentially could be the case with the Vancouver Canucks and their overall management situation. This stuff is super interesting because it's going on at the moment. Sure, the draft lottery odds and all that stuff, that's pretty meh. I mean, they're now dropping down below even more teams, and they could drop another spot if they win against Calgary tomorrow. So, yeah, good for Vancouver for getting this late season winning stretch again, but either way, we had ourselves some other news talking about the management because it came out earlier today from Alex Blair, he is the guy on Sportsnet 650, that change within the Canucks could be coming as soon as later today, and that is today. May 18th. So I don't know if I'm making this video way too early because there's a big executive move that's going to be made later this evening, but either way, it indeed might be the case that we could see something happening, and as to what exactly that could be, hey, we have some huge news from the insiders. Darren Dreger spoke on the TSN Insider Trading Show about the Sedins and what role they could possibly be hired in. Significant roles, he said. And by significant roles, it makes a lot of sense that they would be involved in some capacity in the management, perhaps even assistant general managers. Here's what Thomas Drance said. He kind of said a little bit of a different perspective regarding discussions between Henrik and Daniel Sedin and the Canucks. They're not centered on a president or GM type top decision maker role, a source confirms, but they're just kind of going to be there. It makes sense, no question, that the Twins can bring in some unique insight into what's gone wrong for the organization. Farhan Lalji said he's hearing the same thing, significant roles for the Sedins being discussed, but not at the top of the organization. So what we're gathering is that there might be some sort of commonality where Henrik and Daniel Sedin are brought in and they're working potentially under Jim Benning, because according to Matsakaris, keeping Benning is Francesco Aquilini's preference. But of course, we don't really know how exactly the future of Benning is going to go down because, I mean, the entire Benning situation has been so weird this year. Probably the most that's ever been in a long, long time. So, I don't know, man. Honestly, like, we already kind of know what happened with Trevor Linden and this Vancouver Canucks ownership and manager agreement and whatever when he was here. We all know that relationship has been super soured because of the differences in philosophy heading into the long term with the hockey team. And as a result, having a scenario like this where you have two living legends here in this city, Henrik and Daniel Sedin, possibly being, I don't know, the suitors, the next ups in this kind of discussion. It's kind of weird to me, man, thinking about what happened last time we had an executive as a former player of the team. Obviously, it's different now because the entire perception of the organization is a lot more rattled, I would say, between fans and the media and all that. So I don't want to doubt that Henrik or Daniel Sedin could definitely add some positive insight. It's just, what exactly is the amount of leeway they're going to be able to accomplish? I know it would be somewhat irresponsible to say straight up, okay, you guys are the new GMs, so do your thing, make trades and draft players. That would be kind of irresponsible for two guys who have not really had that experience before. I don't want to say it's impossible. Look at Yzerman, look at Sakic. These guys are great, but it's not guaranteed for everybody who is a former player to come back into management and work out in that same way, you know? So if the Sedins are in a position where they're working as assistant GMs, they're just being in the room, they're doing their thing, they're getting tasks, and eventually they work their way up, hey, you know, that sounds like a great idea to me. That's just a few extra years of waiting if you want to go down that path, though. So I'm not really too sure what exactly the solution would be in this time frame, because having Henrik and Daniel Sedin might calm some fans down, but just looking at the social media reaction, I'm not really too sure if that would make the majority of the fan base all turn onto the same page. So, you know, it is interesting, but it is just rumors, and I'm recording this video still, it's like 4-something in the afternoon, so I don't know if I recorded it too early and we might have ourselves some news later on. If there is some news, I don't want to make another video about it. We'll just comment in the comment section about the updates. But with that being said, hey, thank you for sticking around to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. Talk to me in the comments what you thought about the game today, the lottery odds getting worse, as well as the drama with Benning and Sedins and all that, because, yeah, I love the Sedins, you know that. I've been making videos since the Sedins last season, and I've been watching the Sedins for pretty much half of my entire lifetime. So, talk to me in the comments what you think. I hope you enjoyed. This was Josh Rolls99, and bye.